my friends, it's Kim. I am back with day 24 of our Extreme Budget Challenge. And tonight I'm going to show you how I make soup. Literally, I always kind of make it up as I go because I never have a specific, I kind of have a basic thing in mind, but it's never very specific. So I'm going to call this tortellini taco type soup. It's a vegetable soup too. So I'm going to start with my salsa I made a few days ago. I'm going to use some of my tortellini. I'm not sure if I'm going to use the whole bag or not. It just depends after I look and see what's in the pot. But I think I'm going to save, oh yeah, there's a lot in here. There's enough for another meal. So I'm going to save the other half of these. This is how I do things, you guys. I mean, I'm literally going to the freezer, going to the fridge, going to the garden, going here and there. I'm going to throw in a couple of good handfuls of corn because I like corn in. Brings out a little bit of sweetness in this soup. And then I went to the garden and I found a little bit of kale. I'm not a big kale fan, so I don't use a lot. And then I found, for the first time, a decent zucchini. I've been fighting squash bugs all year, so I just had to go out and I use Dawn dish soap in a spray bottle and spray them. So every couple days when they hatch, I go out and spray again. So I'm going to add some water. Probably need a little bit more, but I can do that after I get done with you guys. And then I could either add bouillon cubes or I think I'm going to add some of my taco seasoning. I want it kind of flavored pretty good like taco. Okay. So I put a good couple tablespoons, I guess, of that in there. And I'm going to add another 2 cups of water. And then I'm just going to stick this in my slow cooker. It is incredibly hot and humid here today. The humidity is 98%. I was outside for like 10 minutes and I'm literally dripping with sweat. But I had to go check all the animals' water. So I am not heating up the house today. This is definitely going to be a crock pot day. All right now I'm just going to add 1 more cup of water. Like I told you guys before, I like my soups thick, but the zucchini is going to give off some liquid too. And to be honest, I'm going to go dig through and see if there's anything else I can throw in here. I could chop up some carrots. I could add green beans. This would be, if your family eats them, pinto beans. Black beans would be wonderful in this, but I'm going to be lucky if the boys eat it because I put green in it. So I'm not going to add any beans and make it worse for them. So I'm going to get this all going, and I hope if you guys really enjoy these videos that you subscribe or at least give me a thumbs up. It really helps my channel. If you think you're worth it, share this with people who are struggling. I did a little questionnaire in my group. I am going to be working at a food bank tomorrow. I will be buying a box from them. I usually turn them down. I usually let them go to other people, and I always wait till the end. But I feel the need to make a donation, and I know the boxes are worth, I'll ask them what it costs them and give them a little extra, because that way they can help feed somebody again next month. So that will be a next challenge, and I will be gone for a few days again, have grandkid birthdays to go to, 2 of them, and I'll pick it up when I get back home. On a little bit extra to chop up. These are little pieces of cabbage that I have left over. They're the harder pieces of the ribs and stuff. But not the cores. I don't use those. If I did a stock, I would. But the pieces that don't look so good, I can get rid of. And the rest, I chop these little hard bits up really fine as I can. And they're going to go in the soup as well. All right, here is my beautiful Mexican-inspired tortellini vegetable soup. I have the tortellini, there's zucchini, kale, corn, cabbage, and salsa. So really, if you don't make your own salsa and you have some sitting in the refrigerator and you don't know what to do, make this simple soup. Now, I got to let it cool down a little bit, but this is going to be, I'm telling you guys, it is really good. Well, I have one more thing for you later. I think I'm going to make a super simple, quick little kind of dessert for you. All right, you guys, I wanted to show you a super simple little sweet treat you can do very inexpensively, and it reminds me of fair food. You know, we are in a farming community, and we love our annual 4-H fair, and we love to support the kids. So This reminds me of one of the foods I absolutely love at the fair. And it starts out with a simple flour tortilla. So I have you can see I had just enough oil to cover the bottom of my pan because I don't want this to stick. And it's warming up. I hope it's warm enough. I'm going to toss my tortilla in there. It should start to sizzle. Probably should have been just a tad bit warmer, but I'm going to cook this on each side just enough to get it warmed through and a little bit brown. It'll start puffing up in the middle too. So I'm going to try to get this to go. This literally takes like a minute or two. It's so fun. And this is something you could do with your kids because they could top them later. If you really, really like those elephant ears. This is reminiscent of that, you guys. If I had an apple or applesauce, I would warm that up and put some cinnamon or something like that in it, because a lot of the elephant ears they sell at our fair have an apple topping. You could do it with peaches. You could do it with whatever you really, really like. And it's a little decadent, but you know, I paid $2 for 20 tortillas. So really it's 10 cents a piece. And you know, really it's nothing. And you know what? I've even made these for company with a little bit of I have my own apple tree, so I'll chop up some apples, add some brown sugar, make them kind of like chunky, and you can add that on these, and they just pick them up and eat them. So easy. I want to have you see how long these actually take, okay? Because I'm telling you, it doesn't take but a couple of minutes. I'm going to check my other side, make sure it's getting nice and... Oop, that was actually really dark. So I'm going to move over here on the paper towel. Try not to make too many shadows, but we just had a massive thunderstorm come through. I like to get a little bit of the extra oil off. That's just my preference, but you need some of it on there to help the next thing stick, which is very simply plain white sugar. Oh, a little bit far. Let me get you closer here. Try not to get you in the shadow, and I got you too far away. So there we go. All right, I'm going to take some plain white sugar. I'm just going to sprinkle the top. You can go as heavy or as light as you want. That was like maybe a half a teaspoon. It was 3-finger pinch is what I call it. And then I like to add, this is actually pumpkin pie spice, but you can use cinnamon or whatever you like. I happen to love apple pie spice, pumpkin pie spice. Has a little bit of nutmeg in it and a little bit of cloves. It just adds a little, it's not enough for me. Adds a little bit of flavor and some extra sweetness with it. So honestly, that's it. That is the entire recipe. So I call this my faux fair food. Say that really fast a few times. And quite frankly, my grandkids love this thing. So anyway, if you have any comments or questions, please leave me a link below. I really appreciate you coming, and I really hope you guys have a wonderful day.